Let's move them out!
One, two, three, four.
This is DH Peligro of Dead Kennedys, Peligro, the band Peligro, Red Hot Chili Peppers, Nail Bomb, and SSI, and a whole assortment of other Bay Area and San Francisco and Los Angeles bands. By us hanging out, listening to music, whatever on our lunch break and before and after school, we would get together, some of the people in the class and talk about like rock concerts and what concert we're going to go to and where we're going to hang out and what's the latest, greatest, and most up-to-datest thing on, band that's happened that we really like, it's coming through St. Louis. I started on a musical journey and I started, taking around in the band room, and I ended up stealing a snare from the band room and some cymbals, and came home and I ended up, I sort of pieced together a drum kit, sort of like creating my own drum kit as opposed to, the little like plastic drum kit that I had. So I sort of putting that together.
Do you remember like when you first became interested in the drums?
Yeah, I do actually remember. Uncle Sam.
Yeah.
My first introduction to musical instruments. As he lived down in Mississippi, there he had like all these different musical instruments. And when I was a kid, I used to, I would like touch them and think, wow, it makes vibration and it's making a sound. So the sound was very intriguing to me. I felt it vibrate through my whole body. It was a typical day like any other day, sitting around really not doing anything with my life. And our friend had called me and asked me if I wanted to be on this television show that was happening in Los Angeles, basically. But, he was in San Francisco. And I just told him that I didn't really have any money and blah, 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 made all these excuses. And he was like, pack your drums up, get some money, borrow some money, jump on a Greyhound bus, come to San Francisco.
What was it about the punk scene that really, that you really drew into that really drew you into that?
The energy, the open-mindedness, the newness of it all, the experimentation, the fact that people were, didn't know how to play their instruments. Some people could play, some people couldn't play. It didn't really matter. It was about an expression, It didn't really matter if you could play or not. It was about an expression. It was about like getting up there, taking a chance, trying something new, seeing what would happen. It was like a brand new frontier. We didn't know, but we sort of knew that we were creating something new. I was involved in the punk scene, and so, they'd seen me play, and they just asked me to come down and audition. Our political content, sort of no-nonsense attitude, just the message that we portrayed to people, it's just sort of everlasting. It was just, it wasn't like about silly love songs. It was about, sort of waking up and like doing something about this world we live in. I've known the Chili Peppers for years because they were like a sort of an upcoming weird little punk rock act, funk act from Los Angeles. They would come up and they'd stay at my place and we'd hang out and party and just talk about music. I stayed with Flea a couple of times when I came down here to Los Angeles. We just got to be friends over the years, so it was just made perfect sense that when I moved to LA, they just asked me to join. It was just kind of the next step.
This man needs no introduction if you're a Dead Kennedys fan. So, DH, how do you feel?
How do I feel? I feel like happy, black and nappy, kind of like a horse named Trigger. And a bull.
Oh my God, you're setting yourself up for some wild rhymes there.
And a bull ass nigga. Wanna ride?
I'm the king of the road. So my style.
It's very different being the front man. You get to, you're at the front of the crowd. You get to control, you get to speak your mind a little bit more than being behind a drum kit. I don't think there are regrets. I think everything sort of happens for a reason, and there's no, I don't look back and say, oh, I should have did this or I should have did that. It is what it is, and that's the way it is. And it happens for a reason. So it's like, Nah, I don't go back. You know, there's nothing I would have changed ever in my life, ever, anything.